Hello, everybody. Welcome to my talk show. Wow, Wonder of Women. I will be talking to women and bring to you all a new facet of my guest, perhaps something even she did not know that she had or could do. My program is to reach out to a woman and make her rediscover herself and the wonder that she is. Through this show, I hope to make my guest talk, answer, delve into herself, and see things anew and help others also to find a spark in their lives. Most of the times in our lives, what we truly feel gets buried in the daily routine, chores, and responsibilities, and we are not able to voice it. It's only when we get talking about it that it starts surfacing and then can sail off. Through a light-hearted chat and a friendly question answer session, I hope to bring out the wow in my guest. The format for my show goes like this. There will be two rounds. The first round is a friendly question answer session wherein I ask the questions and she has to reply as concisely and truthfully as she can. Of course, she can refrain from answering any question she feels uncomfortable about. The next round is a rapid fire round and questions have to be answered in one word only, the first word that comes to her mind. This will be followed by her speaking about any topic that is dear to her heart, some pearls of wisdom for other wowies of my show, watching my show. So I will not be attaching any Miss, Mrs., Ms. label or tag to my guest's name, as that will be slotting her into a label. I want her here as an individual, a woman, a wonder that she is. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest for today is Sushma Sriram. She has done her BCom and PGDFM. She is currently working as the CO HR in Pro Advanced Technologies Private Limited, Bangalore. Born in Gulbarga, she has the opportunity to visit and travel to many places because of her father's transferable job. So she has been to Chetpet, Tiruvannamalai, Mudhol, Bijapur, Belgaum, Bangalore, Bombay. Quite a queen of the South, I must say. She speaks fluent Kannada, Tamil, English, Marathi, Hindi. She's an active member of BBMP Ward COVID Volunteer Group, Bangalore. She's married to an awesome man and is a mother to a wonderful 9-year-old son and a chirpy 6-year-old daughter. She loves traveling, exploring new places, and talking to people. So, Sushma, welcome to my show. I'm honored to have you here on my talk show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me for the show. And I'm equally honored to know more about myself, at least during this talk.
I should hope so that we do get to unearth something that has been lying latent inside you. Okay.
Definitely.
So, we start with the first round, which is the question answer round. I will be asking the questions and you answer too, as truthfully and concisely without thinking too much.
Definitely. We'll give my best shot there.
So the first question is, why, how did you choose to do the education that you did?
Education always for girls at least have been a fight, I can say. Every girl can go back to her memories, the fights that he had to choose, right? So I've always heard that my parents say we were taken the education what we were given, but the next generation from our side, I think we have fought for it rather. During my time in 90s, there was always a fight for science and commerce. I remember, and I could proudly say entire family was science in my family, so everyone was against me for taking commerce, and I happily fought and even cooked up stories that saying science applications are all closed now, I cannot go. To get thing what I wanted, I actually made up a story and I fought for and I took commerce. Not that I did not have interest in science, but a love towards this commerce and finance industry was more towards me. And today I can happily say, like an engineer marries an engineer, and entire engineer family, I and my husband are the only one who are in finance and lead the financial investments of a family here.
So you knew your future calling when you took commerce. Good,
Yes,
good, good.
yes.
Nice to know. Okay. What did you dream of becoming when you were growing up in your childhood years?
Like I said, childhood is very colorful. You know, every day in and day out, a new movie that comes and a new role that we see in movies. Always like, आज doctor बनेंगे, आज lawyer बनेंगे, whatever it was, new, new, new. So finally, after my, I think around when I came to my 10th, I realized, okay, what I actually want in my life. That was going ahead in finance, and rather, I actually dreamt of completing my CA, Chartered Accountancy, which I completed mid level till intern. And after that, I could not because of various reasons. But end of the day, finally, my father made that dream complete by getting me married to a CA.
But
So
you, since
I
that,
still have
yeah.
I still have to say that yes, that dream still lies in me. And probably I'm looking forward, probably since because of all this journey with motherhood and school parenting and all, that has come to a little halt. But I still dream that before my son graduates, I will definitely be a CA again.
Wow,
So hoping,
really? Wow, nice.
yeah.
Good, good to see that. So that's one spark that has been ignited.
Yeah, definitely. That keeps
Okay.
reminding me always TikTok.
Okay. What skills or hobbies did you have during your teenage years? Not the adolescent, because that is just the growing up. But teenage we is a formative years. That's when your hobbies turn into passions and future stuff.
Yes. So during my teenage, our college, school vacations were really creative. Probably we used to talk to our friends every day, and like to find out what is she doing, what is she doing, rather experiment on what all could be possible, rather. So I had a passion of oil painting, canvas painting, this glass paintings and all. And once we had this soft toy sessions wherein we all had together made few so many soft toys, like if I get to remember, a duck, tortoise, squirrel, that these and all. So these were mainly my hobbies was into painting and soft toy making and
Nice.
crochet knitting for some time, and which all have happily stopped now.
Really. But I guess you would like to take it up, no? You would,
Definitely, if
if
time
give, if
permits, and
yeah.
it is not that time does not permit, but probably my priorities have changed these days, wherein I'm unable to give that me time to me. So another few more years, and once my children are back to their own stages and independent, I would definitely want to start all these back.
Right, right, right. Okay. Did you get any awards or certificates for anything in your school, college days? It could be something small. It could be like, going up on stage and singing a song also. Anything?
Yeah, there were many. I was an active participation of the volleyball team in my school, which continued to a great extent in my first year of employment. Just out of college, and when you go to the employment, more than work, you tend to show up all your co-curricular skills there. So we were active part of the. I was working with DB Deutsche Bank, so we were active part of the volleyball team there, and we participated. And one of my best award that till date I can say is my 12th graduation award, wherein during the farewell there is always the ceremony that is held, and we always dream of that award for best girl or best boy. In my 12th, it so happened that there was a tough competition between me and my classmate, and she happily took the Best Girl award. But I had influenced the panel so to a great extent that over the judgment on the panel, I was instantly awarded a Principal Special Award for Best Girl. So I can say that was one of the best award till my day.
Oh, wow,
So
wow, really wow.
that's
Influential
that's a
indeed.
wonderful memory. That's a wonderful memory, and my father is so happy of that he still has that trophy at my place there, at my mom's place.
Obviously, that's something really unique to be given award over an award.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Nice, 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 nice. Very nice. Okay. What gives you joy now? Like, what is your stress buster? When you do something, you're stressed out and you do something, it gives you real joy. That's your stress buster.
These days, if I have to say correlation with the pandemic, life has become so stuck to indoors that the work-life imbalance has created so much. that my best stress buster these days, if you ask me, is I just finish, shut the laptop, put on my hands free, and get out for a walk or music on. So no one along, I have my time. And once I'm back, the ladies of my building are my stress buster. I just move out of the door and I see many people waiting to talk to me. And whatever the small issues that might be, that half an hour, 20 minutes quick talks with my chirping lady friends is my stress buster, add on to my walk and radio.
True, true. The connect is very much essential. That is indeed a stress
Yes,
buster. We do need to let off the steam to somebody who is there ready to listen to you
definitely.
at least without giving advice.
Yes,
Yes,
and
yes.
definitely it is not all about that bitching about ye ghar pe kya hua, wo ghar, nothing, but at least very light-hearted talks and something new or something that we wanted to do and we could not do. That itself, is a great stress buster when we talk to each other.
Indeed, indeed. Okay. What aims or goals do you have now for the future? Maybe the short term future also, not necessarily a long term goal.
Short-term goal, if I say, I'm desperately awaiting a vacation to just run away.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, definitely. I think any may that for that reason, may that be any woman or a man or any child for that matter. The child in me is definitely craving for a vacation outing wherein you just go, relax, sit, eat, and come back. No school, no studies, bacche uthao, bhago, tiffin, nothing. So for that, if you ask me, my immediate goal, that is that. And short-term goal, yes, there are many. I mean, amongst all these priorities and responsibilities, there are lots that we are going right now in the phase. But my long-term goal would be any time to complete my long destined dream of completing my profession.
Yes, definitely. And God willing, it will happen soon with all our wishes. Okay, now one incident that made you feel alive, full of hope, exhilarated in your childhood, teenage, or young adulthood. Can you remember that or can you tell about that? And why did you feel that? Like something suddenly happened and you felt, yeah, awesome. That awesome.
I would relate that or give that credit to the same very old principal, Mr. A.K. Joshi in Belgium, right? Who was the one person who stood along with me, right? So when this award was awarded, my father was looking, is it so really? I said, yeah, really. And there was a fight between what next and how next. He was the man who made me realize that, math is your life, right? So, and we were actually getting lost amidst all these things. Okay, what life after 12th is a commerce after is your job, accounting. That was only the thing. So he was the one who made me look ahead of that. Don't dream of completing your graduation, but dream of something wherein you can do something better in finance, which can enhance your knowledge and get going. So the same way, my professional experience also had a twist and turns, and that is where I landed up completing my PGDFM. And today, that has really helped me to live my role here. So I joined as a business analyst. I worked as a financial analyst, and there was a paradigm shift when my management wanted me to take care of the HR and admin responsibilities also. So, that's all because of my intention or hobby of talking to people made me land here.
Yeah.
Every day when I start, I feel happy when I wish good morning to my team on my leadership huddle because they wait for my good morning. And that
Nice.
makes me live every day, actually.
Very nice. That's nice. It's indeed nice that your passion is becoming your profession also.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Now, a little opposite. One incident that made you angry with the world or the society, angry enough, to say, I'm going to take on this world.
As a girl, entirely, when the graduation is completed, the next goal, even if the parents do not have, the world around us is no, it's marriage time. Start searching that. That was the time when I was actually trying to brainwash my mom to, I was looking out for a master's course in US. And that I'm still angry with because the world had influenced so much that I was happily married and settled, and my dream of completing my master's abroad was dug deep in. So till this day, I have that because never look at a girl that okay, the times have really changed, and few girls have managed to fight that well as well. Even if I had lost that game there, a life after graduation is not certainly marriage, but things about that, because education is something that which will really help us anywhere or everywhere at whatever moment it is, either it is for ourselves, our family, or our parents, wherever it is. So education, never compromise on that.
True. Education never goes waste. That's true.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Okay. Who is your female idol, role model in life, and why?
Female role model in life and why? A tough question because there are so many ladies which we have seen grown up to a very higher this thing. Not to name few, but definitely who has fought for themselves. And even if for a shorter note, even if one of my cousin who fought for her and went to abroad for masters, because I also had spoken to their parents, don't ruin the life after graduation for this, right? So any female who actually fights for her goal and is successful this day is can be a female idol. No, not restricting to any person, any field that they have been, right? So any female who has fought for her life and who is actually leading the passion today is my idol that way.
Wow. Nice. Very nice. That's very nice to hear. Okay. Now, the next question is, what, according to you, is independence for a woman?
Independence for women. Okay, there's someday when you wake up at 9 and no one says at you, what? Why is this late? I mean, you have got up so late. That is independence mainly. On a lighter note. Because if I have to attach the portfolio of a lady, what I can say, right? So we are expected to be so strong, right? To if it was your priority to work, but it is your responsibility to take care of home as well. So that is where you're actually playing between the roles, and you're asked or you're expected to do so much that you never realized of your weaknesses, that someday you might feel like sleeping late, or someday you might feel like just don't do anything, get a Swiggy order, just eat and relax, right? So these small things really does matter for independence, right? It is not about I can spend on or I can go for a vacation. Those are not true far. And those all will definitely depend on your relationship that you have with your family or with anyone for that matter. Right? For example, if you talk more, people say, "Oh, kitna baat karti hai?" If you talk less, "No, she's very shy." Ladies are really, what I can say is they're marked everywhere, right? So if a boy or girl doesn't talk well, haven't your mother taught properly? You know, on the day when all these things stop, I must say that's an independence for a lady. That is on her life front. But financial independence, yes, is a must. Anytime you have something to help yourself on is a must in your life.
Okay. What do you feel is stopping women from being decision takers?
I Can you just repeat the question?
What do you feel is stopping
Huh?
women from being decision takers? Like, women don't take decisions on their own generally.
Because
They
they're
don't.
stopping themselves. See, there are so many situations wherein all five fingers are not the same. Probably, if the way that I handle things, it might so happen that my mother-in-law would not have handled that way, right? So the scenes are changing so much that these days, if we come ahead and start talking and start participating in the decision, it is not welcomed in all the families. Rather, everywhere, I must say, whether it's in profession or it is in personal life. But the fight lies in ourselves, whether we want to go ahead and compromise with what has been coming all these years, or we want to get into the fight and make a difference there, right? So this day you cannot stop yourself from making decision, and that will not help if you have decided something and you have not let known people, whether it's a partner, whether it's a parent, whether it's your in-laws, anyone, right? So the first person who stops for making decision is yourself, unless you have decided that no, I'm not going to stop here, come what may, whether I'm wrong or right. It always helps in putting out your points out. There are ways to put them out. People can take it right, wrong. Why we care about that? I have put up across my point, But certainly there are ways how we put across. That is only the thing which we have to come out about.
Very true.
If
Very
we
beautiful.
decide, then nothing can stop us.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. We are the wows. Nobody can stop us
Yes,
once we make
definitely.
up our mind. Nice. That is very nice. Okay. Now, do you feel a woman can live alone? If yes, how? If no, why not?
Women can live alone. See, there are many people I know who live alone, right? So that is only the toughness that we bring in, or we say that the desperateness. Okay, I have to live now. Come what may, I am going to lead it. Definitely, yes. There is a requirement for a partner at every level for a human being. I would not concise it to a lady or a man. A human being always needs a partner, probably a shoulder to lean on, or just a thought process to
Right.
discuss, a help when it is needed to make a decision on. But certainly, that never stops a lady to stay alone or fight for her. Never. And we do have many examples around us, or many people who are leading successfully and not leading alone, probably taking their life ahead with their children alone, and give them a right future.
Okay. The next question is, should a woman give up her career for her family? I know it's finally an individual's decision, but in general, what's your opinion about it?
See, giving up on career, it depends on situation or situations or perceptions that we have. And definitely giving up on career is not my advice, or rather, I haven't taken it on mine. Yes, there were gaps indeed in between. What I can say, if I have to explain my example, when my son was born, I got back to my job within, I think, 3.5, 4 months of my delivery, because I had to go and I wanted to go. But probably after a 5 years time, when my daughter was born, rather the support system was reduced. For example, my in-laws had aged on, and although they were very supportive, considering their age and stress levels with two children, I had to take a 2 years of break in my career, and I definitely understand how hard it was on me to take that break, because when you're working you have a routine or set and your mind is occupied, you have that sort of confidence, or something that pushes you ahead. And when you take a break in your career, certainly that I have seen in myself also, that landed in depression. What am I doing? Why am I doing all this? Did I study all these years for these? Rather, but career break has typical gaps that, like I said. So once my daughter was 2 years old, I was definitely so desperate to take up a job that I said, "Come what may, come something, I will take." So
Yes.
I landed up as a teacher. I worked as a 3 years as a teacher in an ICSE school. Rather taking it in a positive front, it helped me, handling my kids as well. How do I teach them and all? And luckily my daughter is independent now, and thanks to COVID, all work from home. I moved ahead of my teacher living and came back to my professional level. So definitely career gap is not advised, and don't let yourself put back on a priority. Yes, gaps are there, but make sure you're filling those gaps and coming ahead.
Good. Very nice. That's nice. Okay. The next question is it necessary to have a degree, a diploma, a formal education for a woman to have a career? According to you, of course.
No, because yes, degree definitely helps. I don't say no, but there are various ways of upskilling yourself, right? Wherein even if you don't have a degree on education, but you have a skill that helps you improvise, will definitely take your things ahead. Because seen many things wherein people had their brilliant idea of bringing something on a startup, using the waste materials, recycling materials and all, bring it on, right? Education does help them bring it in a what I can say, in a structured way, or grow it. But definitely to start something or lead a life, no, degree is not compulsion.
What should a woman learn or know if she has to be a part of the workforce, like in the office culture or somewhere, corporate world? So just a formal education is generally not enough. Something else also is needed. So what would you say?
Apart from education, the thing that we mainly would need is the self confidence. Putting up even if it is wrong, there's no harm in putting it out, right? There's always a, self confidence that is mainly needed. Probably these days, when it is concise to corporate world or any other wherein the people interaction is there on a larger extent, communication and presentation skills really does matter to upskill yourself. Rather, if you put your points in a better way or you present it in a better way, you need not put extra efforts to take you ahead. Those skills itself will enhance people, or point out people, rather than this we can take that lady, who is very well in communication or presentation. That definitely gives you a push in a career.
And the edge over everything.
Yes.
Okay. The next question is, should a woman compromise, adjust, change, give up whatever she had to fit in with the family, with the society? Like you see many times there's a literal turnover from, flip over, we should say. A girl is something before marriage, and after marriage she has to transform into something totally different because of compromising, adjusting, giving up so many things, changing. So what are your views on that?
Compromises, thanks to the Indian society, there compromises to the feminine gender as such has been right from their birth. I can say, to a great extent, in many ways, female are asked to compromise, take care of many other things, and even today. Probably, even today, mothers teach that daughters, like, don't talk too much, or just stay back. It's okay if you don't do that, you'll not die. Okay, so just go ahead with it, or just stay back with it. Those are the usual advices. Sometimes even I get this till day. For example, there was one instance wherein last year, for my colleague's wedding, I had to go out of town for an overnight, right? uh, I had to think twice even before asking, because I had to leave my children behind, and I had to go alone on my office trip, right? That thought itself had scared me. What if I ask and they say no, whatever it is. But deep in my mind, I had decided, come what may, I'm going to go. So what I can say is that the witch in me had made me strong so much that come what may, I need this one day outing. That's okay, right? So for that extent, my mother said, "Do you really need it? Why do you have to go?" I said, "Why shouldn't I go?" I said, "I'm asking for a one-day holiday for my colleague's wedding. I'm going overnight, and okay, my husband is agreed for it, whether he likes it or not." These days, generation is such that
Nice.
earlier days husbands were dominant, and the wives were supposed to be very tender, timid, and you're not supposed to talk. And these days, right from a mother or my mother-in-law, anyone is saying, how can you talk like that? I say, what's wrong in talking when you're right? So priorities, yes, we are actually made to compromise, but yes, definitely situations are in our hand when we decide whether we have to compromise or not. Some places, yes, we need to compromise. There are so many situations wherein I say, okay, forget it, yeah. Instead of putting it ahead, let's stay back and leave it. But some places, if I see no, I definitely need it, I go ahead and fight for it. So never compromise, but you know where to compromise and where not to. That is the main thing.
Yeah, should be aware of things.
Yes.
How much should a woman depend on a man? Other than, of course, the basic needs.
The dependency in a partner probably lies basically on your relationship, right? So if I have a lot of ego, even if it's a small help that I need, I might resist asking why. But a healthy relationship doesn't let you realize that we're depending on them. Rather, we say, okay, we both are on a level. We're helping each other to get this cycle run seamlessly, right? So there are many things which I might be lacking. He helps me out. And there are many things that he is lacking. For example, in my case, personally, if I have to say, he's much stronger than me in finance. And I am much stronger in people relationship. So when there matters coming to finance and whatever decisions, no doubt we both discuss and take, but yes, I leave the decisions up to him after giving my views, right? And when it comes to people related, he straight away comes, you please handle, you're best. So rather than dependency, we say we help each other, which
Oh,
gives a
dependence.
positive note, there.
Okay. Now a serious question too, which will be, I'm sure, taken lapped up by all the younger women. Should a woman get married? Why? And
uh,
please keep it short because I know we can go on about it.
yes, yes. The answer would have been yes if it was, I think, a few years back. But now it depends. It's a yes or a no. I mean, we know that the things, the extent how man is, the same extent women have grown up, whether it is in term of financial independence or social strength and talking about themselves, requirement for themselves. There's no hard and fast rule that you have to get married, provided there was this generation till us that we were forced to marry. No, marriage is a stage where you have to see us settling.
It's considered an
But these days,
institution. Barabar. Mhm, mhm.
I think those decisions have changed where we can happily, go ahead and sustain in life without marriage.
Now, the last question of this round is, when should a woman put her foot down and say, now, no more?
Now, no more. Yes. What I can say is, in a matter of relationship for a lady, wherever it is, right, whether it's in a personal, professional, parents, whoever it is, right, when the negativity thoughts start increasing and you say day in and day out the things are not happening, right, it gets on your nerve. But if it was for a matter of a very small thing also, right, you get pissed off to a great extent and you get said, shit, no, no more, I have to get out of it, right. But that those decisions these days, even to us, is not very easy, right. But yes, there are situations where it comes in a lot of interferences, lot of freak advices. There, the situation arises that where you have heard of that rumal mein lapet ke marna.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the second round after having finished successfully the first round. So, Sushma, now this is the rapid fire round where I will ask you questions one after another, and you have to answer the first word that comes to your mind. Okay?
Okay, okay.
Okay. So, your favorite time of the day?
Light 11 p.m. after my kids sleep.
First thing you do after waking up in the morning?
Check my mobile.
You are happy when you are?
Alone.
You love to?
Travel.
Dash makes you angry. Fast. You can't think so much.
My kids not studying make me angry.
Would never, you would never.
Sleep early.
Love means
Care.
freedom means
Waking up late.
friends are
Life.
okay. Women should be,
Independent.
relationship should be,
Both ways.
women need men to,
Help each other.
okay. Traveling makes a person,
Lively. Refreshing.
education is,
Necessity.
adventure for you is,
All solo trip. I'm highly.
okay. Women should travel alone at least once in a while. Two,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
two,
Yes.
why? Why?
To to talk to themselves or to have their me time. They desperately need it.
Women should work because, I mean, in an office or something like that, not at home.
To keep them sane.
Learning should stop when?
I'm sorry.
Learning should stop when?
Never. Every day is a learning.
Financial freedom helps women to?
Be strong.
Girls, women should take their own decisions. Do
To live to live their own life. That's
family is
backbone.
marriage is
Pleasure journey, I can say.
okay, nice. Okay, dependency on someone brings
Trust.
the world needs more of
Wisdom.
goals are to be.
Dreamt of to be completed.
Okay, Sushma, that brings us to the end of the second round. And now I request you to talk a little about any topic or any skill or anything that you feel like telling the audience.
Okay, this is the most difficult phase. You can answer the questions, and when you're asked to talk and give a light of wisdom, that becomes really difficult. Rather a responsible moment there, right? Uh, to all women out there, or each individual, if I have to say, right? So we definitely have to dream of something that which keeps us on, and I must say there should be someone whom you can share with, and that comes only when you are capable of your, or you're eligible of that position. If you don't trust others, never others will trust you. But I have heard people telling me also, you trust people blindly. I said, you give yours. Why care about others? Do they trust you or not? You cannot keep satisfying everyone, right? And life of a lady is difficult in so many stages, right? So proving themselves at every stage has never ended for an Indian lady, if I have to say that. So on a higher priority. So I think these are all the challenges that come our way, but probably my way of life is, if the opposite person is even wrong, give them a chance. Why do you have to fight always? There are situations where we need to handle the situations, giving them a chance, knowing they're right. For example, you should have that wisdom to say, I mean, to decide whether you need to say it or not. You're right, but when the other person is not capable, and you know that he's not in the state of mind to understand, then the communication or the discussion goes as a debate or a fight, and you can never win over it. So I think patience for my life, if I have to introspect mine, what I have seen is patience, okay, and let go attitude. And I'm a very thick skinned person. Even if someone comes and scold in front of me, I give them a nice smile. They should be confused, why is she not angry, right? So that is what I'm known for, rather, being openness. And people also say that people who talk more are the ones who hide more in them. No, it is not true, because when you're open for a discussion, you're open, you can talk whatever is required. But no individual other than you can deep dive into you, into your thoughts, to understand what are you thinking, right? So what I say is, always we need to fight for ourselves and keep that zeal on. Otherwise, uh, there's no purpose of living. Just sleep, get up, cook, make them study, lead your life. Doesn't make anything, right?
Exactly.
So there, and life is all full of challenges every day. May it be, if you're a homemaker, handling your family is a challenge. If you're a working lady, then handling home, family, and your work is a challenge there. So day in and day out has been a challenge for everyone. So that is all the determination in us that keeps us going. Definitely, I want to tell you, keep yourself safe. Do something that likes you. And when I, in my rapid run, when I said the best time of my day is 11 p.m. Why? Because that is that time when I sit with my mobile, calm, and see scroll videos. I mean, that is not useful at all. But I feel relaxed with that. That okay, I'm ending my day this way. So that takes out the entire stress of me, whether it's 12 p.m. in the night or 12:30 sometimes. I wake up fresh at 6:30 in the morning for the next day, because I've cut my day there itself, whatever has happened every day. And my golden rule is, if I'm out of home, I don't think of home. And when I'm out of office, I don't think of office. You know? People carrying things in their mind, is overruling your phases of life. And even if you're back home and you still think of office, or if you're at office and call up home and is everything okay? You're not going to be everywhere to handle everything. Keep cutting and moving ahead. And probably those things are the ones which has actually helped me lead it. And this
Awesome.
is only my piece of advice. Keep yourself sane and do what you want.
Very
sometimes the
nice.
witch, sometimes the witch in you should be alive to make you.
That was something really out of the blue, but really awesome
If I have
and
to
hard
say
hitting.
the if I have to say the wow factor in you is, the witch in you should not get a negative effect or this thing, but something you fight for yourself and get it, which might seem wrong for others. I say, who the hell cares? If I need at least. But everything has their own limits, perceptions, and until and unless we are acting within those limits, I think no one can point finger on
True, true.
us. That's all.
It was very awesome, Sushma. Nice to hear those words. I'm sure a lot of women will be inspired by you. And yes, what you said was true. Don't try to be everywhere all the time, always. Learn, understand that we have our limits, accept it, and be happy with that. That is the best way to live it. Instead of trying to fulfill all the expectations of everybody put out there and then becoming miserable yourself, better to know what you can do and just do that perfectly. That's it. That's very nice.
Exactly. And end
So
of the day, giving up doesn't mean that you're losing or you're reducing, right? And if other one is feeling that way, that is their problem. I have given it up, probably sharing the responsibility to the next generation, or giving a part of your daily chores to your partner, to your kids. Does make them also realize that yes, there is something that's burdening each one individual. For a lady to do everything along with their work becomes very difficult, so we definitely have to give them some responsibilities. It might be harder in the initial, but every phase has its own, the honeymoon period that we say, which is positive or a negative to get adjusted. And someday we will realize and will make others realize that yes, what we did was right.
thank you, Sushma, for
And
coming on
I'm
my show.
definitely happy to be a part of your show, to give me that wow factor in me, and rather give us that 40 minutes, or give us that period wherein I can deep dive into myself, which we never do,
Yes,
which we usually don't do.
which we usually don't do. Right. I'm so happy I was able to help you find that
Yes.
spark and, unearth that layer that had been covering that little bit inside you. So
Yes.
thank you so much, Sushma, for coming onto my show and being the wow of the day. I hope your words inspire a lot of women to come out and be themselves. So till the next session, keep smiling, be happy, and hey, you women in the audience, be the wow that you are. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Have a great day.